Hello there, my name is Pastor Jamesboy Imani. I have a small testimony. I hope it inspires and encourages you.
I remember a popular hangout which was located in Kampala City around the Kampala Road, known as High Table. It was a very popular hangout with the youth and the party animals, people who used to enjoy the party scene, especially people who had love for music, live performances, and even artists, and everything around entertainment, I guess. Usually on Monday nights, it used to host the Goodlyfe night, a musical group comprised of two musicians. That was Mowzey Radio and Weasal. They were a very talented group, and at that time actually they were the ones on the charts and everywhere playing, taking the whole music industry by storm. Luckily too, it was not my first time to come across them, because truly speaking, those were my days of addiction. But also I used to be passionate about music. I used to do music recordings. So I met them through that process of music recording at their studios through the help of my friend. There was always this special thing about radio, because it was always down to earth. Both of them as a group were down to earth, but I felt like he paid so much attention to me because I was really much young at that time, and being in groups or circles of artists, one or another one could not help it to feel a bit of low self-esteem. He was always kind. But anyway, back to the story. This night was a night which used to have performances. There were many performances by many upcoming artists for people to showcase the talents that they have. So I was really excited, and I had a new song recorded. Me and my brother came, and of course there was a lot of politics in these things. We came to perform, but there are so many connections. Who do you know? What do you know? How much have you chipped in? So it was all about being smart. At the first start, I guess I was kind of blocked, but still looked for a way out. I remember when they had blocked and sabotaged me from performing my song, I remember approaching Weasal. Weasal tried to make it happen, and I was put on the stage. I remember that. Though the people who got me on stage were not happy, because Weasal had used his influence to get me on that stage. What they did, as the song was just reaching almost halfway, they cut it off and assumed the CD had a problem, but that was like something that was done with a malicious intention. So this time, of course, I could not bother Weasal, because he said, you know what, there's nothing I can really do. So I had no other option. He told me, if you want, you just talk to radio. So as you know, also at that time, Mowzey Radio was really surrounded by so many people. But when I called him out, he did not hesitate to give me an ear. So our conversation was basically ear to ear. And I told him, really, I faced a problem. The MC, who was actually a popular MC in the city, is sabotaging me, has prevented me from performing. I told him the whole story. And you know, he had the ability and the power, because that night belonged to them, and they're the ones who even selected whoever was to preside over it, including the MC. So I told him, I'm requesting to get back on stage because I feel I've been played dirty. He looked at me, and I felt he was really out of what to do. He told me, I can get you on that stage, but after you answer these following questions. So he asked me 2 questions. The first question he asked me was, if I get you back on that stage, will you be a star? Because you're fighting for that microphone. But if I give it to you right now, that microphone, will you be a star? Instantaneously, I told him no. He told me then, my second question, if you did not get the opportunity to access that microphone tonight in this bar, should that bar you from becoming a star? Or will that stop you from becoming a star? I told him no. So he told me, you know what, the choice is in your hands. But my recommendation is, you go and let's meet when you're a star. Out of the many times that I had encounters with him, that was the last encounter. And those are the words that I still remember up to this moment. I was really saddened by his death, and it hurt me. But to me, I believe that he was a legend, because legends never die. I still believe that he's alive, because his words still echo. They still linger in my ears, just like as if it was yesterday. Some years now, I come to realize that what he said actually made sense. Many times you fight for audience. Many times you fight for access. And many a times there are people standing there to block you. People who are determined that you don't hold that microphone. People who are determined that you don't get that breakthrough. people who are determined that you do not have that access. But when I look back at what Mowzey Radio asked me, I believe he answered me through questions. The main important thing is you knowing your vision and be willing to fight on, be willing to be resilient, fall down, come back. However much you get closed doors, still fight on to find open doors. Because when I look back now, the number of microphones, for example, I've held are even much more than I expected to ever hold. And not only microphones, even the audiences. I used to limit myself thinking that was the best I could ever do. But remember, this time this was a bar. So I was going to basically sing to drunkards, addicts, and all those people, you know, that nightlife. God, who is an all-knowing God, knew that he had better. So he did not want me to look at myself and define my value by my own eyes or estimation. Because right now when I look back at the people I've spoken to, the microphones I've held, the calibers, the audiences, it always brings back those words of Mowzey Radio. And I'm really grateful and blessed to have met him in person. These were very great words of encouragement that helped me, and I believe are continuing to help me, because as I continue in life, I continue to face some of these challenges here and there. People will always be there to block you. There are places you'll come and not everyone will be ready to support you. Many will be ready to stop you and fight you to pull you down, even without knowing you. So that is normal. But the most important thing, how bad do you want your dream? How bad do you want your vision? How serious are you willing to fight for that what you believe? It does not matter how long it takes. It does not matter what you go through. The most important thing is fighting until the battle is won. Success does not come on a silver plate. And I believe Mowzey Radio told me this from his own experience. I believe that's what he went through. I believe every great person goes through such challenges, be it in business, politics, music, entertainment, every sphere, even ministry. The most important thing is for you to remember that the ability is within you. God equipped you with the ability, and you have the great potential to become whatever you have to become, as long as you're willing to pay the price of sacrifice, fight on, and not give up. So in whatever you do, face opposition, face setbacks with a positive mindset. Don't let a setback make you lose interest or make you lose hope. Use a setback as a springboard to push you forward and forward only. The truth is, you have the ability to become whatever you want to become in this life. So do not lose these opportunities that might be standing in your face, regardless of your position or that person who's determined not to see you pass or succeed. You're a success. Believe it. Nothing is impossible. If God said it is possible, nothing is impossible. Luke chapter 1 verse 37 says, nothing is impossible with God. Put your trust in God. Don't worry about what people say, and you will achieve. It does not matter how you look. It does not matter what tribe you are. It does not matter your gender. It does not matter whether you have some physical handicap or disability. The most important thing is what you believe. The most important thing is your attitude. Fight on till the battle is won. May the soul of Mowzey Radio continue to rest in peace. I believe that through the many people inspired, it continues to live on.